Peace, light, and love. It's your girl, Conscious Queen. And it's crazy because the first thing that came to my head was TLC when she was like, "Yes, it's me again, and I'm back." All right, all right, all right. But what's going on? So my video got cut off at Scorpio. So wrapping up Scorpio energy for this solar eclipse. Let me see if I can do something with this phone, honey. Somebody stole my doggone phone stand, so I gotta read some shit up, some hood shit. Okay, there we go. So we was talking about, well, I was talking about the square to Pluto and Capricorn in the third house. And I was reflecting more on this energy, and with this square to the Sun in Libra and the South Node in Libra in the 12th house, you do have Mercury that's going into your first house, Scorpio. So you're going to be the star of the show, okay? Because the Sun will soon be entering your first house as well, which will add on even more energy to this solar eclipse. So, which was a new moon, by the way. Um, with this square to Pluto and Capricorn, the third house, there could be um, some trauma in connection to fathers as well as parents. Don't mind my Christmas cup, okay? And don't mind my nails. I gotta redo them. They're breaking off. Or they popping off. But anyway, um, Pluto and Capricorn in the third house could be connected to trauma. It could be connected to like trauma from your past or your childhood, because I did say the third house is the past in your childhood. Um, Also, like trauma connected to your siblings. It could be something as far as like fatherhood, because we have Capricorn there, which is connected to a parent. And Pluto does come with jealousy. It does come with um, like power and control dynamics, a really controlling kind of energy. Um, and it's crazy because the third house is the house of gossip. So you could be like opening up about some trauma from your past as well. With the third house being in connection to siblings, there could also be like trauma connected to a sibling from your past with the third house. Pluto is also connected to like scandals and secrets as well. Um, a very underground kind of energy. So, really deep. The Sun in the 12th house and the South Node in Libra in the 12th house, it definitely has something to do with something from the past in connection to relationships. You could have dreams about um, a relationship or a past relationship. Um, because the the Sun and Mercury in the 12th house is the house of spirits, and it's the house of dreams as well, and sleep. Some of you all could have even been like sleep talking, could have been talking about some things from the past, um, like communicating with spirits in your dreams. Um, like you could have had a visitor in your dreams from the spirit world or from like an ancestor or something. And with the Sun being there in the 12th house, could be a father as well. So with the sun in the 12th house, because the sun is going to square Pluto, and this energy is definitely connected to fathers, heavy Leo energy. And the 12th house is the house of letting go too. Like sometimes, you might have to let a father go. You might have a father in the hospital, or a father that's in prison, or you might have a father that's in prayer. Um, this is really, really heavy because the sun in the 12th house and the square of Pluto in the third house, there could be some prayer and some healing that's needed from trauma. Um, but like I said, Pluto also comes with a force, like you forcing something. Like I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna take something. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Of course, Pluto can involve sex. Maybe something connected to a father, or parenting, fatherhood, or something like that. So, um, yeah, the sun in the 12th house, like I said, could be the loss of a father, or the letting go of a father, you know. Also letting go of your ego, releasing the ego. The sun in the 12th house is also hidden enemies. So, with this hidden enemies in the square to Pluto, this is really dark energy, very vengeful, like wanting revenge. Like I said, death could be involved as well. So I'm gonna get off of this Scorpio because it's really heavy, really dark, and like I said, Pluto is a very powerful energy because Pluto does rule power, right? So yeah, where's my pen so I can write down my timestamp for Libra? I had an ink pen on this table. One of my children probably got a hold to it. I would hate to have to use a pencil, but I would. One second. Oh, okay, here it is. All right. All right. And for Libra, you have the sun and the south node in your first house. And since you are and happy birthday to all Libras, by the way. I know Libra season is in passing, so happy belated birthday to all the Libras. Um, you got the sun in your first house, so this is definitely Leo energy. Could be in connection to a Leo. You're really shining right now. The sun is connected to like being popular, being the center of attention. Um, yeah, putting yourself out there. You have Leo in the 11th house, so you could be spending a lot of time with friends, really showing out with your friends. You have the South Node in your first house as well, Libra. And Libra, you are in connection to the seventh house, which is Aries. So that's your descendant, your shadow side. And Aries is a boss kind of energy. It's also the Emperor, somebody who can be quite controlling, um, somebody who can be quite aggressive. You could, Aries is also a sexy energy, okay? So it's also an energy of independence. It's the go getter, okay? It's the boss. So, That is your shadow side, Libra. And so with the South Node in your first house, you know, Libra, you are known to be um, a people pleaser. You know, it's about giving and receiving. Um, but you are in a square to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn in your fourth house. Now Pluto is direct. It will soon be entering your fifth house, the house of children and the house of entertainment and entertainers, um, pregnancy, um, like sex and things of that nature. But with this square to Pluto in the fourth house, this is in connection to your home, your family, your ancestry, your mother. Okay. And Pluto in the fourth house is connected to your second house, which is Scorpio. So, um, and this is going off the script, but I also want to add to Libra, you will be in a trine to Pluto in your fifth house once Pluto enters your fifth house. So this is the house of like pregnancy and your children. So we'll come back to that once Pluto starts to enter Aquarius, or I might like I'll come back to Pluto and Aquarius, especially with you being in the trine and also Gemini in your ninth house. So this is definitely the lovers. Okay. Um, but with this square to Pluto in your fourth house, there could be like it's something in connection to your mother. Could well the fourth house is your mother, but definitely your home and your family as well. Um, could be some kind of scandal within the home or um, with your family or even your mother. Pluto in the fourth house could be bring about a death in the family, and I don't want to like to speak that, but that is a possible energy for some people. Pluto in the fourth house is also um, it's like an energy of breaking generational curses. It's a death and rebirth in the family. You know, with Pluto in the fourth house, this also could be connected to like I hate to say it, but like burglary, jealousy as well. Or you could really be because like I said, Pluto in the fourth house is connected to your second house, Scorpio. So you could be really this is connected to things things of material things that is of value. Um, you know, could be expensive things. Um, I hate to say it, but it what crossed my mind is like burglary. But with Pluto in the fourth house, it's like you could be redoing something in your home or making changes in your home or um, there's some kind of change within your family. The sun in your first house is also connected to a father. Um, and the sun illuminates and brings clarity. Or what with the sun in your first house being connected to your 11th house, there could be something that comes to light about your friends. Um, with Mercury in your first house, you have been communicating with friends and neighbors since Mercury rules the third house. Communicating with siblings, a lot of social media, gossip as well. Um, so yeah, communication about your siblings because you had Mercury in your first house. Um, with the South Node in your first house, like I say, something, some things from the past could come up for you. And with it being in your first house, this is in connection to your body, your identity, um, your image as well. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much what I have for you, Libra. All right, and for Virgo, this solar eclipse conjunct Mercury in the South Node is in your second house. Um, so you had a new moon in your second house. So this is a new energy. But you had the solar eclipse. So this is in connection to the sun, which I mean the sun technically was in your second house. And you also has the sun conjunct Mercury, which is still current right now and still active in your second house. And it's in a square to Pluto and Capricorn in your fifth house. Now Pluto will soon enter your sixth house next year. And it's in a trine to it's going to be in a trine to your second house and your 10th house. So we're going to come back to that, but definitely changes with your money, your career, um, your your goals. Okay, the 10th house is also a boss, is also a parent. There could be changes to your parents' health bill with Pluto entering the sixth house and the trine to your 10th house, Gemini. Um, and Gemini in the 10th house is the lungs. So definitely there will be a change in your health. But this square from the second house to the fifth house is clearly between your money and your children. The second house is also the things that you have and own. This is Taurus energy. Okay, and this second house is in connection to your fourth house, Virgo, because your fourth house is Sag. So money, things that you buy for your home. Um, but with the second house square from the fifth house, this is clearly a this is clearly something going on between your things and your children, money and your children. The fifth house is also the house for entertainers and entertainment. So, like for example, if you are an entertainer, with your second house square to the fifth house, the fifth house is all about the image. It's all about how you look when you put yourself out there. And the sun in the second house could very well highlight, you want to buy expensive things, even for your children, you know. Um, the second house in the square to the fifth house. The fifth house is the house of sex as well. So it's like, Of course, who wants to keep giving of themselves? And you want gifts. You like to receive nice things, and that's your endearment. That's a way of you feeling loved and feeling valued. Um, but the second house is definitely in connection to your money. There could be like credit card debt, from doing a lot of shopping, a lot of major purchases. Um, or it could be like the things that you want and your money in um, a tense aspect to what your children need and what your children want. And, doing things with your children, because the fifth house is the house of play, is joy, is entertainment. So it's like the money that you would spend on things that you would want your children to have or to do for fun. You know, also could be like, you got a new date, but it's like, oh, I gotta buy a new outfit, I gotta get my nails done, I gotta get my lashes done. So um this feel like it's all about an image. And I mean, like, you could also be spending like a lot of money on yourself, and it's like, dang, I gotta buy these kids this and that. And I mean, I get it. I have 6 children, so, and it's like, yeah, I want to buy me some nice things, but like the kids need shoes. It's getting cold. They're gonna need. Oh my God! I just saw the biggest bird. Like, was that an eagle? What is that? It's not a lake around here nowhere, I don't think, but I literally just saw the biggest bird just fly by here. And I often see that. I get a lot of spiritual signs from birds all the time. But anyway, um, yeah, like the with the fifth houses, it could be like, it's getting cold. Kids need long sleeve uniform. They're gonna need winter boots and coats, and you know what I mean. But it's like, I don't have enough money, So that's just an example of the second house and the square to the fifth house. So I really don't have to spend too much time on that because um, that's pretty much what I have for you, Virgo. I'm missing a page. Oh no, here it is. All right. And for Leo, so for Leo, this solar eclipse is in your third house. And you just had Mercury go through your third house as well. And you have the South Node in the third house. And the third house is the house of your community, your neighborhood, local travel, and your siblings as well. The third house is also the house of the past. So you could be communicating with people from the past as well as your siblings. Um, the third house is also the house of gossip and social media. So you could be interacting a lot on the phone or on social media, particularly with people from your past or with your siblings. This solar eclipse in the third house is in the square to Pluto in the sixth house, which is your house of work, health, and routine. So there could be some travel and communication issues because you have to work, or there could be like some travel issues in connection with going to work or back and forth to work. Or there could be like communication issues at work. There could also be something going on with your health. Um, there could also be something here about your routine and how you groom and take care of yourself. So definitely be mindful of your health. But yeah, communication issues with work, also with siblings. Um, so there might be some. It could be something like your siblings need you, or the third house are like people from your past, your childhood friends. Um, could be some things going on in your community, in your neighborhood. But I mean, hey, you have to work. So, um, but there could be something about your job that comes up here. There could be some communication issues. Could be trouble receiving emails. Could be network issues, or internet issues. Um, things of that nature. There also could be like um, gossip in their work, or um, like for example, if you're going to get a new job, like you know, you could get like a bad reference, or um, something like that. That's just an example. I don't want it to be negative, but um, it's definitely like some kind of travel or communication issues that's in the square to um, your work and your health. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Yeah. All right, and for Cancer, you have this solar eclipse as well as Mercury in your fourth house, and it's in a square to Pluto in the seventh house. So, of course, the fourth house is the house of your home, your mother, and your family. There could be tension or conflict between your home and your marriage and partnership. The solar eclipse in the fourth house is in the trine to the 12th house, and Gemini. The 12th house, Gemini, and 8th house, Aquarius. So there could be some codependency issues in the home. Um, the 8th house, of course, is the house of secrets, crisis, trauma, and sex. So there could be a need to get more sleep and rest as well. The 8th house is also the house of fears and secrets. So the 12th house trying to the 8th house could be like nightmares as well, or something here about your dreams. The 12th house is also connected to a loss. There could possibly be the loss of a mother, or you could have dreams of someone that has passed on, or there could be um, a lot of sleep and sex going on, or maybe a need of some. But the 12th house is also a spiritual house, so you could be spending more time in prayer. There could also be some kind of loss that causes a crisis. Now, the 8th house is also a house of entanglements. So, entanglements could very well involve someone else's spouse. And with the 8th house being a codependent kind of energy, this energy is also connected to like other people's money. Um, so, let's see. There could be some kind of loss that cause a crisis. With a square to the seventh house, there could be a desire to get married, or there could be some attachment or codependency issues in the marriage. Um, Definitely marital issues. I feel like. Um, but yeah, the fourth house is your mother and your family, so there could be marital issues. Yeah, with the mother or with the family, or within the home as well. All right. I apologize for all this going on in the background, and thank you for checking out my video. Be sure to subscribe for the next time that I post another video, and I will see you later.